Hi everybody, I have a light language transmission for you today. This one is going to be in honor of the solar eclipse energies. I haven't done one of these videos in a really long time, so bear with me as I get used to filming myself like this again and filming myself channeling again, which is crazy. But I mean, these energies are so strong, I don't have the ability to ignore how strong these energies are right now. So I figured I might as well just channel these energies for those of you who are unsure about what to do with these energies coming in, that are unsure of what the total solar eclipse is on an energetic level, and just those of you who are just curious about what to expect and what sort of things will unfold after this total solar eclipse. So I'm learning here too, but what I'm going to be doing is channeling light language for you, and then channeling, a bit of a message from whoever decides to come through, whatever beings from whichever constellations come through here. I already have an indication of who's going to come through, but I don't want to limit that by me saying it here. So I have a feeling a lot of them are going to be coming in right now. It is very active right now in those dimensions, especially because we have so much attention that's focused on those realms right now, because this is such a, I mean, it is a very scientific event, but it's also a very cosmic sort of metaphysical event that people don't really understand. I feel like when people look at space and it's anything involving the sun or the moon or the stars or the universe or anything like that, people just have this feeling of like, I'm going into uncharted territory. This is the unknown. We don't know anything about that. Most people don't know anything about that. And I'm not saying that I know it either, but I'm going to say that I'm going to be channeling a message, hopefully, that will be relevant to whoever chooses to watch this video. So, for those of you who are familiar with law of attraction, if you found this video, there's a reason why you are a vibrational match to listening and receiving this transmission and this specific message, whether it be specific or whether it's a healing or any sort of transmission like that, or energy work, whatever it turns out to be. We don't know that because I haven't done it yet, but I'm just briefing those of you who have never watched any of my light language videos before in the past. But without further ado, I'm just gonna start getting centered here. So you're just gonna be noticing me relaxing. You can do this with me. I'm just gonna be breathing, just taking a second to breathe, get centered, and connect to your heart. One of my favorite ways to connect to your heart is just listening to its beat and feeling its rhythm, knowing that your heart never fluctuates, your heart never stops beating for you. Your heart has never given up on you. No matter how many times you've given up on it, it has never given up on you. This is one of my favorite ways to connect with your heart, because you're stepping into a place of appreciation of your heart. And when you step into a space of appreciation, it's very hard to think of any sort of negative thoughts towards yourself. Because appreciation, when you're appreciating someone or something, you're stepping outside of yourself. And that's the reason why when you focus on anything like appreciation or gratitude for anything, you're raising your frequency, because you're stepping outside of yourself, you're stepping outside of ego. So this is my favorite way to connect to your heart. And one of the reasons why I want you to connect with your heart is because light language is transmitted, is perceived and translated rather through the heart. So you're going to be feeling different things either in your heart. You're going to be feeling physical sensations. Just for those of you who have never done this before, I'm just briefing you. Sometimes you'll get like tingling in your third eye or around your head, your pineal gland, your crown chakra that's right above your head here. Sometimes different warm spots in your body. Just be hyper vigilant of like what sensations you're feeling in your body, because it'll give you an indication of what exactly is going on there. But like I said, light language is not a language that you translate word for word. It's more of a heart-based language, so it's perceived and translated through the heart. So just by communicating the message that you're open and willing to receive this transmission to your heart, that's opening you up to receive the greatest to receive this transmission as fully as and potent as possible, which I'm really keen on for this one, because I'm excited to see what comes through. The sun is really bright today, and it's really hard to look at it too. So don't look at it if you don't have one of those special glasses or something. I don't even think you should look at it with those glasses either. The sun is very sharp, but I'm excited to get started here. I can already feel the entities coming in here. So again, just take your time. You can pause this if you need to just really get in a calm and still space. So here I'm now just connecting to the sun and the energy of this eclipse. Connect to the moon as well. Just close your eyes and become aware of the energies around you. You may start feeling a movement in the air. You may be noticing a static that you haven't noticed before. Something feels different. Maybe you feel uneasy. Some people, it may register as feeling uneasy for some people because they're not used to this sort of energy that's coming through right now. This is one of those energies, and this is a message that I'm specifically getting from a Council of Light. So this is a message from many beings. So it's not just necessarily one specific beings. There is an ambassador here. He's a Lyran being, but he's a part of a council with several beings from all over the cosmos. We have Pleiadians, we have Lyrans, we have Syrians, we have Andromedans. But the specific being that I'm here with right now is a Lyran being. And I'm just going to connect with him a little bit to hear the message a little more clearly. So this is what the message here is, that for those of you, and the energies of the solar eclipse, the total solar eclipse, is going to take effect within, I mean, it's not just during when the sun is in eclipse. It's going to be over the next 3 to 4 days that this energy will linger. And the thing about this energy is you want to act on it, because when you're not acting on this energy, the way they're describing this energy is an amplifier. So the more you focus an intention or anything specific, an emotion or anything, into the energies that is this total solar eclipse, you're amplifying that. So for those of you who are trying to avoid it, it's going to be very, very difficult to avoid being influenced in some way by these energies. Of course, if you don't think about it so much, it'll just feel like any other day. You know, it'll be sort of, I mean, placebo always has something to play in any of these sort of events. But that being said, it is affecting you, and they say this to warn those of you who are choosing to remain still at this time. This is not necessarily one of those eclipses with the energies that will cleanse your crystals, that will clear, you know, your home, that you can use to clear or smudge or any of that. Of course, you could do that at any time, and like by all means smudge if that helps you to stay in a more like serene, calm place. But this is energy that you want to put to use. So think about all the things, all of your goals, all of your intentions right now. Write them down. One thing you can do to amplify those intentions using this is maybe write a little intention down on a piece of paper, get a quartz crystal or whatever crystal you most resonate with. I particularly, let's see if I have it with me. I don't have it with me right now, but I have a Lemurian quartz that I love so much, and it's a recorder, so it records energy and it records knowledge and wisdom that I always like to keep during these astrological events or for any sort of manifestation. So if you're looking to manifest anything specifically, one thing that I would say is maybe just get a little piece of paper out, write down your intention, really feel it from your heart. Ask your heart again when you're writing down any sort of intention. This goes when it's not even a total solar eclipse. Write down whatever your intention is, and then check with your heart. So ask your heart, is this what you want? And if your answer is yes, you will feel uplifted, you'll feel open. And if there's any sort of resistance toward it, that means that there's a part of you that doesn't exactly want that intention. And that's for you to explore, to decide and understand why you didn't want that in the first place. But this, again, this total solar eclipse will amplify energy. That's like the huge thing that you want to take out from here is amplifying. So write down anything, even meditate. If those of you who resonate with meditating, you can just sit and meditate on certain things that you want to see in your life. Resolution, you can think of. Oh yes, again, resolution is another one, which I'm getting to that. Um, a lot of times when I'm channeling, I will have to speak very, very quickly just in order to get the download that I received out very fast because um, so this is just a little bit about how channeling works. When you receive the download, sometimes the download comes very, very quickly and it's very fleeting. So you'll notice channels or mediums or whoever, anybody who can channel energy and translate it. They'll speak very fast and very fluid a lot of the times because the messages are coming so fast that you have to get it out, otherwise you'll lose it, which is great that I'm recording this, so in case that does happen I can listen back and hear where I was going with that. um, with that being said, again, amplifying energy, that's something that you really want to pay attention to. Put that to really good use here. There's a crystal for those of you crystal people out there, and I'm assuming that there are because I would not get this message if there were not people who love crystals that are watching this. Labradorite is a really, really great crystal that they're saying that you should either keep with you or either out during tonight or the days to follow. Maybe during the total solar eclipse, if possible. That's another thing that you wanna do. It would just be really great for absorbing those energies. Um, okay, but the alternative message that I was getting to before was about resolution. So, the way they're describing this is if you want to create any sort of resolution with yourself or other people in your life in any form that resolution manifests in your life, that needs to be manifested in your life, total solar eclipse is perfect for that because you want to notice that when the moon is over the sun, it is blocking the sun. But notice that as time goes on, that moon is uncovered from the sun. Slowly, that sunlight will start peeking through, and that's the resolution. That's what they're saying. That this is something that you want to keep in mind during total solar eclipses. With that movement of the moon past the sun, it's like kind of like you emerging from your shadows. You're coming out of yourself in a good and a positive way. Think of like a light at the end of the tunnel. This is optimism, this is resolution, this is growth, expansion. So that is how powerful this total solar eclipse is. It will amplify any manifestation and it will amplify anything that you're trying to create a resolution with in your life at all. So that's, oh my god, I'm really excited to hear about that because, like any of you out there, I'm sure I for sure have to create a lot of resolution with different parts of myself, different people, all sorts of things. So keep all of that in mind. So without further ado, I don't want this video to go on for like a half an hour, but we'll see if that happens. That happens because this is a special occasion, okay? So I'm just gonna get centered here, and then you're just going to be noticing me channeling the light language. Again, so light language is going to sound a lot like speaking in tongues. It's not an English language. It's a heart-based language. There are sounds and frequencies that use the codes within you to transmit frequencies that exist in higher dimensions. So, one light language from one person may sound completely different from a light language from another person, and the reason for that is it's not an actual language that you're conveying. It is, but it's not like a word for word language. They're using the codes within you to see what they have access to, almost like what arsenal that they can use to emit those frequencies that they want to. So they assess you, and then what you are vocalizing or what you're writing or whatever it is, they use your codes to transmit those energies. So it sounds crazy because you're speaking in tongues, but if you could open your heart to just being willing to listen and willing to receive this, it can be extremely powerful and transformative, to say the least. I do these privately with clients as well, and I never don't receive some sort of amazing feedback about something that has shifted in their life because of it, or some resolution that they've created, like I said, or their abilities, their psychic abilities. A lot of times when you listen to a lot of light language, because it is one of those nuanced languages, through energetics and through feeling and sentience, the people's abilities will become so enhanced, because what they're doing is they're hyper attuning to using their abilities to perceive what exactly is happening, on top of light language being able to open up your abilities just by hearing it too. So light language is so powerful. Okay, I'm rambling here again. Energies are very strong and very powerful, and it's hard to sit still, but I'm going to do my best to ground myself into this, and without further ado, I'm just going to start channeling. This is the Lyran, by the way. Okana asare di iri na mata asare to ungu ishi omoko e ne ha atara takiri ni bere e ne extra mshuku no one ha oro maratara no kiri ipsre inda koro mo e ne asara arram sakatara e ne amsaha okoro mo iri arram sakatari iri amsakata opsre iri ni extra amhora anaha ri ni okyono ho opfara taratere iksri ni mote iri ana arram takasarata ahara ataraha ini aksara ahana na amanatara takiri ni namata sahe ira korota o furata ini marata o kuini ishiri ipre itsrata anak yuna mashire nyana nama taraka hasara iri ini moto o kuina usrata mukiri inanda iri sanamhe iri amsrata o kuina matata arramata iri secret nina mata aham. This is an activation that's occurring right now, so just become aware that this is what's going on here. If you're feeling anything in your body, in your heart, in your head, that's what's happening right now, is an activation. Almost like tarata ini ishi mako ona mota esare ini akra ana hasrata. Pay attention to your feet right now. Place your feet on the ground. Connect with the earth right now. This will help you with grounding these high frequencies right now, so that you're not feeling dizzy after this or anything that will influence your motor skills at all. This is making me very excited, because they're saying that this particular transmission is going to take whoever is listening to this message right now to their next vibrational stage of their own spiritual evolution. I love getting these transmissions for people, because they're so powerful, and this means that those of you who are watching, congratulations, because you have now reached that next stage of your evolution. You have achieved what you're supposed to do in that phase of your life, and now you're transitioning to this new phase. Even if it feels difficult, that's sometimes an indication that something big is happening right now. Something needs to change in order for you to grow in your level of happiness. So that's what's happening right now. If you're feeling discouraged or anything like that, just know that there's change to come. Oki ni iri mahore ora marata sai ni ora makire ni asiri ni marara no ho yuni oki ana hashishi ni o ora patarata akiri iri mushukotere ni namaha I fratere terexri ni no omoro ormatolo ni no te kasarata na giana onoho oromantarata sarata kiri ni frata moko ini asare irikshiri tiapata sarata giana aramara hum okoro no sokore teri asana masarat Erekshini ini na rapara na sakata umbuto sarete ini akyom ikomo okoro to sarata retini masahi. So they're saying here that there are many people who will assume that, you know, if you don't put your focus on the solar eclipse, that you won't get anything out of it necessarily. So they're saying that yes, you will get something out of it, but you will put so much more energy towards your intentions, towards fueling your intentions or whatever you're trying to achieve with these energies, if you do understand what is happening. So this is good if you're listening to this video, because like I said, and like they said, these energies will be lingering over the next couple days, so you can make use with those energies. Okay, so I'm just gonna pause here because they're explaining some more. So what's happening right now is they're introducing a new vibration to this planet. So they're wanting to elaborate on what I said about the energy lingering over the next 4 days. It's not that it's lingering, it's that it's settling. The energies are being introduced to the planet right now, and now that they're here or coming here, it's like a buffer time so that it can really integrate with the land and with the people So again, if you pay attention to what exactly these energies are doing and you understand what's happening, you can put it to amazing use here. And the other thing that they want to note is that for those of you who may not have the time to focus the energy, if you have work, I know this is the middle of the week, for those of you who work or don't have that time to sit with yourself and connect with the energy of the eclipse or whatnot, this transmission will help you integrate those frequencies, because what I'm doing essentially right now is channeling the eclipse energy for you guys with the help of my extraterrestrial friends and your extraterrestrial friends. So this is a Pleiadian who's coming through now. So notice, and I like to point this out to either my clients or people who watch my videos, notice the shift in the frequency. This is a much softer energy. Pleiadians, even you can hear it in my voice right now because their energy is so strong, is much softer, is more compassionate, is all about love, love, love. Not that Lyrans or Syrians are not about love. They're all about love, but you can think of Pleiadians as like the really, really hypersensitive people who are just like super heart-based and very gentle in their energy. Not all of them, just like with, not every human is a soft human being. But generally speaking, that's what the message is about. That's what they are all about. Is about softness. It's about gentleness, compassion, love, the divine feminine. Anahasana anamanata inihina asana asana hananamata anahasana akana anamana asana inianaha akana namana asana ashakini anaha ono osono no omoto no omokuinaha asarata ini asana maha arakino moho opura atara sekiri ishiri yamasakoto onoho oputara atara isikiri namata hum omoto omukyo moho amaba papanaha. This is to invite the frequencies that's going to affect you guys and going to influence you guys, to affect you and influence you with grace and ease. This is to invite grace and ease along your progression, along your journey, so that it's not so drastic and it's not so harsh all the time, which I know it can be. Omahoni ini yaksana asarata ini yakomoho anana otosoroko ini hanasana anana sanamanata ini kina hi imohoku anohusro oporo otarata kiri ini moto shi ini yokomoho yamo oyo yamoho ya ayaya maya anaya anakayanya ayaya na ananamana anamanaha akara ini esere tere ini moko rasada patarata asere kina moho opfurata shini mahe. Just take a deep breath. Imagine these codes and frequencies around you. And with each inhale, I want you to feel and inhale these frequencies into your energy body. Feel them settling and integrating with your cellular system. Watch them reach stillness within you. Find the equilibrium within you and match it. Amahanasana anasakene asana namaha apa ono so ono mo yamo pono opono pono no pono 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 opono pono pono opono pono pono opono pono pono. So that was a light language transmission again from a Council of Light. This one specifically was from a Lyran being, with the help of a Pleiadian, as well as a myriad of other beings who were helping transmit these energies and push them forward for your benefit. There's a team of people, of beings, who are helping out and assisting in this transmission. So I feel really honored and grateful to be a vessel for this and to transmit these energies for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed transmitting it. Again, just take some time, maybe drink a lot of water, actually, 2 glasses minimum. This is a really powerful time right now, so just become aware of that and present with it. I'm going to try to do these whenever I feel inspired to do it. these transmissions, or if I'm ever pulled and nudged in the way that I was today. But thank you guys again for watching. Peace and love to all of you. I hope you guys have a happy total solar eclipse, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace and love.